Born in the 50s in Chicago, Illinois, she's the oldest of 4 children. Her father was a pipe fitter and her mother a stay-at-home mom. Her favorite activities were reading, playing cards and board games, and doing math, including helping her younger siblings with the math. Her family moved to the Chicago suburb of Park Ridge in 1962. She attended Lincoln Junior High School, then attended Maine South High School. There she had 2 outstanding mathematics teachers, David Paisley and Darrell Dickey. Both teachers encouraged her to become a mathematics teacher. Mr. Dickey furthered her love of mathematics through his challenge problems. This was the first time she regularly worked on problems that took her more than 2 minutes to solve. She was also a member of the debate squad and was named Best Novice Speaker in one of her first tournaments. After high school, she attended Northwestern University. She was the first person in her family to attend college. She majored in mathematics and obtained a secondary teaching certificate. Her secondary mathematics methods class was taught by Lola May, who was then mathematics consultant for the Winnetka Public Schools. This was the first time she ever heard of a position of mathematics consultant, and it sounded like a dream job. After graduating from NU, she accepted a position as a 7th and 8th grade mathematics and science teacher at St. Mary's School in Evanston, Illinois. While teaching at St. Mary's, she enrolled in an applied mathematics course through NU's evening division. The instructor was Don Sari. He strongly encouraged her to apply for NU's Math Ed PhD program. At NU, she had the opportunity to learn from and work with outstanding people such as Dick Lesh and Karen Fusen, who involved her in the research on early math learning. After completing her graduate work, she accepted a Sloan Foundation Fellowship to study cognitive science and computer modeling in the psychology department of Carnegie Mellon University. There she continued to research children's early mathematics learning, collaborating with Herbert Simon, Jill Larkin, and Robert Siegler of the CMU Psychology Department, and Lauren Resnick, Jim Greeno, and Mary Riley at the Learning Research and Development Center at the University of Pittsburgh. Upon completion of her fellowship in the early 80s, she accepted a position of Assistant Professor of Mathematics Education at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois. During the last years of her CMU fellowship, she was feeling far removed from K-12 schools and classrooms and returned to Pittsburgh. Back in Pittsburgh, she taught mathematics at Robert Morris College briefly, then made a career change. After a brief hiatus from math education to work as an actuary, she returned to become a mathematics director for Pittsburgh Public Schools. Pittsburgh Public Schools were involved with the Ford Foundation's Urban Mathematics Collaborative Project, UMC. Through UMC, she was able to learn from and collaborate with mathematics directors from other urban districts, including Ross Taylor, who introduced her to NCSM. During her 20 years in PPS, she worked with exceptional colleagues, a number of them in the photo of the New Standards Project for Math and English Language Arts. Together they made significant improvements in PPS students' mathematics achievement. PPS's progress was highlighted by the Harvard Graduate School of Education in its 1992 report, and PPS was featured in NCTM's 2000 release of Principles and Standards for School Mathematics. She became active in NCTM when in 1987, NCTM President John Dossi invited her to join the evaluation writing team for for NCTM's curriculum and evaluation standards for school mathematics. Several years later, she was part of the writing group for NCTM's assessment standards for school mathematics. Shortly after that, she was elected to NCTM board. During her term, NCTM celebrated its 75th anniversary, for which then NCTM President Jack Price elevated the NCTM banquet to a black tie event. Throughout late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, she was active in other national organizations. She served the College Board as a member, chair of the SAT Committee, member and chairperson of the College Board's Academic Advisory Committee, and ultimately a trustee and College Board visiting scholar. She also served as a member of the National Science Foundation Advisory Committee for Education and Human Resources, and as a member of the Mathematical Sciences Educational Board of the National Research Council. In 1999 to 2000, she was a member of the National Commission on Mathematics and Science Teaching for the 21st Century. Although she joined NCSM at the urging of Ross Taylor, it was Carrie Bolster, then NCSM President-elect, who got her involved in NCSM leadership. Carrie invited her to serve as NCSM Secretary. In the late 90s, she also served as NCSM second and first VP and was also a member of the NCSM Leadership Academy faculty in the early to mid-2000s. After leaving Pittsburgh Public Schools in 2006, she became a mathematics education consultant for school districts at the local and national levels. She also became a senior developer and research associate on the NSF-funded Intensified Algebra Project, an NSF-funded joint venture of the Learning Science Research Institute at the University of Illinois at Chicago, the Dana Center at the University of Texas at Austin, and the technology company AgileMind to develop instructional materials for underprepared 9th grade Algebra 1 students. She became NCSM president in 2009, just as the Common Core State Standards project was beginning. A major endeavor of her first year presidency was providing input into the development of the standards. In her second year, focus shifted to supporting leaders in the implementation of the mathematics standards. In 2014, she became NCTM President Primary Foci, where 1. Promoting NCTM's signature publication, Principles to Actions, ensuring mathematical success for all, and development of tools to support its implementation, and 2. Advocacy regarding the reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Currently, she serves as chair-elect of the Conference Board of the Mathematical Sciences and continues to consult with school districts to improve the quality of their mathematics education. She lives in Pittsburgh with her husband, Jim Staszewski, Professor Emeritus in the Psychology Department at CMU, and their cat Zorro.